Hi Emily, I've removed the rear right shock and rear right spring. This is the spring that was in the previous videos. I've done this so I can show you that the shock is at the bottom, won't go anymore. So it won't go any lower. The dimension from here, from the top to this here where my nail is currently at bottom. It is 129 mil. So you can cross-reference that with what you got. Further to this, I'm not sure if Ash covered it or not, but the threads don't go to the bottom. They're probably shy by about 15 or 20 mil. Is this normal? I've asked you on 3 occasions, but you haven't responded to this question. Should this be threaded to the bottom? Yes or no? The shaft is now back together at its shortest setting. I'll now place this back in my car. I'm doing this on my own, so I'll do the top first and then I'll put the bottom in, and I won't tighten up that bottom nut until everything's on the ground. So the bottom nut is on loose, just hand tight. I'll now put the top section in. No, I'll put the spring in first. I'm gonna put the silver perch on. This is all mounted and secured. And then I'm gonna put this to the right height that all my video footage has been set to previously. So I've just left the spring in place. I'm going to go up and do the top nut, but yeah, as you can see already, this is how it sits. I know it's full droop, I understand that, but I'm just showing you for clarity, this is how it sits currently. Here's a shot before I put the nut on the top. There's no obstructions. I've pushed the shaft up through the hole. I'm doing it on my own, so I just use a second jack at the moment. I put this on and torque it down. Nut is on and torqued. So this is letting I'll just let the jack down from underneath the wheel. It's loose. So I try and pull it forward because it's not lined up right now. So I try and pull it forward with my hand or a strap. So now, hopefully when I lower the car, this side will go in if I have it pulled tight enough, which I probably don't. That's questionable on that side. But there's no interference on anything. Same goes for this side. There's no interference on anything. Nothing's colliding. It's installed as per your instructions. Okay. Now this is where all my problems commence. I'm going to slowly let this down. I'm going to slowly let it down, and I'm going to stick my car under the camera under the car, and you can watch how the spring acts. The car is going down. You're telling me that this should go into position on its own. There we go. It's not in position. Why is it not in position? The left side is groaning and creaking. It's also not in position. So now Because both of those are not in position and they're getting caught as per my previous video, I need to slightly jack up the car and put a strap on both of these springs and pull them back. The reason I jack up the car slightly is to make my life easier. It takes a compression off the spring and I can pull them back onto the perch a lot easier. So that's it. Sitting a bit higher than usual because the spring isn't on the perch, on the silver seat, or the perch I keep calling it. Now I got my straps ready. And I can't, this will be too hard to pull back, I suspect. There we go. And the other one's gone in. Did you hear those two loud bangs, Emily? The first one was me pulling this back into position. The second bang was that one going into position on its own. I didn't have to jack it up that time. This hopefully aligns with all the information I've given you. It clears up any inconsistencies. Now I'm going to set up another camera. I'm going to reverse down my driveway. And as I get to that point down there where I took my photos and transition onto the road, which is of minimal deflection as per my photos, I'll show you the spring coming off on its own